Law Simplified with Justice is anchored by Justice Maduforo. Tice Madox Solicitors is results-oriented, but with a distinctive approach tailored to our clients' needs in our specialist fields: immigration law, criminal law, employment law, commercial law, family law, and contracts law. We are well equipped in our litigation and advocacy for the benefit of our clients, corporates, and individuals. Why not visit us at 5 Oakfield House, Oakfield Road, Ilford, London, IG1 1EF. We are just 15 minutes from Liverpool Street Station. Tice Madox Solicitors. Try us. We are professional.
Hello, and welcome to Law Simplified with Justice. I am Justice Maduforo. I'm a solicitor of the Senior Court of England and Wales. I'm also a barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I also have extensive experience in litigation and advocacy in areas that you just watched on the TV, from immigration to family to commercial contracts to criminal law to employment and family matters. Ladies and gentlemen, you can count on me. You can count on Tice Madox Solicitors to deliver, to represent you in your own interest. Ladies and gentlemen, before I commence discussing this program, which most of you who have been following me will understand that this is the right vehicle leading you to Tice Madox Solicitors. Before I commence, I must let you know that all I discuss on this program and all my discussants on this program, they are not legal advice. Therefore, you must not act on them, but rather take the information on the screen, the telephone number, book an appointment to come to the office to see me so that I can take a tailor-made instruction from you and give you tailor-made advice that suits to your specification and your circumstance. That is why this telecast is for your information only. Therefore, you must not and do not act on what you hear me speak on this program. Ladies and gentlemen, over the course of this program, I've brought to you diverse topics. These topics continue to roll on. And even in the process of I discuss one area of law, I will fuse in other areas of law, because law is all intertwined. Areas of law are all intertwined, from immigration intertwining to employment to criminal and to other areas as well, in all the things that you do. Therefore, which is why I present a strong front in this program, so that you can kickstart your consciousness to take legal advice in your best interest. And that is what Tice Madox stands for. We stand in your best interest. Ladies and gentlemen, this program has brought the very best. I have discussed all that on this platform, in this program. Today, I'll be discussing sole responsibility. I'll be discussing sole responsibility in immigration, sole responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, sole responsibility in immigration. Some of you make diverse applications to the Home Office, diverse applications ranging to what you believe that you fit into. If you feel your circumstance fit into a form of application or the other, you make an application. Several applications can come on, from those of their private life to those of your partner route, to your parent route, through discretionary, to the point-based systems, and all applications that you can make, extension and rest of them, so many diverse of them, be as a student and rest of them. Ladies and gentlemen, these are all applications you make. Now, to those of you who now want to make an application to bring over their children to the United Kingdom, those of them that are not British citizens, or neither are they European citizens, but non-EU or non-British citizens are living outside of this country, and you want to bring them over to join you as a parent, it's quite understandable that you want your children or your child to reside with you, so that you'll be able to monitor your child and give your child the best parentage that you want. Some of you yearn to live with your children. Some of you have left your children for many years from your country when you sojourned to the United Kingdom. And in the process of your sojourning, you have now become indefinite leave to remain resident. You have now become a British citizen in the process. However, something is lacking in, something is wanting, something is a vacuum inside of you. And that vacuum is to have your child, whom you yearn for, to join you, either as a father or as a mother or as parents, consigned joint parents. You want to bring your children over to the United Kingdom. Now, you all know, some of you have made applications as you're listening to me, or your words, or your families, or your friends, or whoever has made application to bring over their children to the United Kingdom. That application, one way or the other, has not succeeded. One way or the other, application has failed because the Home Office refused the application. And one way or the other, you've appealed. Some of you, as I'm talking to you today, you are in the process of appealing. You are already appealed, waiting for decision. You are about to make that application to bring over your child to the United Kingdom. And also, guess what? Some of you are considering that application. So whatever category you fall into, don't just worry yourself. What you need to do is to take the telephone number on the screen and come to the best solicitor who can sort you out. Come to the best firm that can give you the best representation, put forward, advance your case, advise you accordingly. Accordingly. That is very key and fundamental. Law is not scientific rocket in the sense that it must be built on as you move on. It is not in any way where you expect an unusual thing to happen when you have not done the usual. What is the usual in applications or in appeals? Not only in immigration, and also in areas of law. As you know, as my expertise in these areas I discussed. The question is that what is the usual thing to do? First of all, is to make sure that application that you make from the first beginning, ab initio, from the beginning, is suited, meet the rules, fit the purpose, argument, advance, discretion argument, advance, on the rules, on the point applications, advanced. If you haven't done that, then you are not going to expect a good result. Remember that the Home Office have streamlined this application to make sure that you meet within the rules or you meet out of the rules. Most of the problem the practitioners out there don't get, and obviously I can say this with all sense of responsibility, is that most practitioners out there find it difficult to grasp the requirement of the rules. They are enormous. From one rules leading to another rule. Some of them are not taking time to read and to understand. Obviously, as a result of the fact they are not exposed to these areas they deal with, and then they're not able to advise their clients accordingly. So if you watch me on this program and you transfer your files to my firm, or you come to my firm, those of you who have already made application, it's been refused, and when you come to my firm, when I take detailed instruction from you, you will know and you will testify. There's a difference from the application that was lodged previously to now my discussion with you, guiding you through the rules where errors occurred, errors would have been avoided, and where information needed should have been fulfilled for the application to succeed. Now, this has been the problem. This has been a recurring problem with most practitioners not understanding these rules. And when they make this application on behalf of their clients, it's refused. And these clients are left with nothing but to lick their wounds and to pick up the pieces where they are. At Tice Madox Solicitors, I make sure that you have the best representation. Your application is done the right way. If it's refused, you will know why it's refused from the beginning. If it's granted, you will know, because I will assess your case while I take instruction from you, and I will let you know whether you have good chances of success from 50%, below 50%, above 100%, or up to 100%. I will advise you. I will let you know. This comes with a tailor-made advice, tailor-made instruction in your situation and advising you in your best interest. Do not overlook this. Do not overlook this, because I know most of you going through that. Most papers that come to me is riddled with the same error from previous representatives not doing the right thing. Even sometimes people come to me that they've missed the right time to appeal because the previous representative did not communicate to them when it's time to appeal, and therefore they're out of time. And no matter what extension application you make, cannot succeed because that application will be rejected because it's unreasonable excuse. Ladies and gentlemen, so some of you are going to become victims, or rather, you fall into this category of people who were not able to put your case further because as a result of one way or the other from their legal representative or themselves not providing the right information, or rather not even being able to be advised accurately and correctly. This is what this program stands for. To direct you to Tice Madox Solicitors, where you not only just get the right representation and advice, but get the right application done. And then the right result, victory guaranteed when you lay the right foundation. Tice Madox Solicitors stands to lay the foundation for you in your best interest. Back to my question and back to the issue I'm dealing with, sole responsibilities, ladies and gentlemen. Sole responsibility is one of those applications when you make that application and it's refused. I started by letting you know that your words, your children, your nephews, whoever that you are caring for through your mother's side or your brother or sister's child or children that are dead and you are looking after them, or whatever the circumstance that you find yourself, and you are settled in the United Kingdom, or you're a British citizen in the United Kingdom, or even you are an EU citizen in the United Kingdom, and you want to bring forth to join you in the United Kingdom, your child, your children, your word, whoever you have parental responsibilities on, whoever you have sole responsibilities on, whoever you have guardianship responsibility on, you want them to join you in the United Kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the right time for you to make this application by seeking the right information, the right advice for that application to sail through. Remember, your application is going to be done from the embassies of your country of residence of that child or those children. And because of that, the entry clearance officer will look at whether you meet the rules or not. When you don't meet the rules, you definitely will be refused. Now, what Tice Madox stands for, what I stand for, is that I can package that application for you and lodge it to the entry clearance officer of any country that you live where that child resides. And that application will be done. Prepare the representation. You lodge that application. Guess what? The child will be given leave to enter the United Kingdom, clearance to come into the United Kingdom, and as your word, as your child or children, depending on how many you are bringing on point. Now, what are the bases? Sole responsibility has been defined by several court cases, but up from the first tier tribunal to the upper tribunal to the Court of Appeal that made different pronouncements regarding sole responsibility, what entails, who actually can make that application. Sole is the word. Sole, one person. It means that I am responsible for this child. It's not just the responsibility for this child. It simply means that you have the continuing obligation and responsibility over this child, and you make the sole decision on behalf of this child or these children or your word, whoever you're bringing on point to come and join you in the United Kingdom. Means that sole is a simple thing. Most of you have a lot of information because some of these children are looked after by either the other parent over there or your brother, your sister, whoever is looking after this child. Now, because the court have ruled that as a result of sole responsibility, it will only be determined on its facts. Because it's very difficult to say that you fall into this category, you don't fall into this category, which means and enables you to now bring your circumstance between you and this child who's living abroad to see whether you fall into the category where you can be termed to be the sole responsibility over this child or to be the sole carer for this child. That is what it means. Sole responsibility, you are the sole carer of this child. Sole carer of this child does not necessarily mean that he lives with you. Remember, this child is abroad. It simply means that you have the sole duty to make directions on behalf of this child, direct the affairs of this child, direct how this child studies, who this child lives with, how information are controlled about this child, the health of this child, whole lot of circumstances. They are so dynamic, they're so flexible to walk around with, which is why you cannot put a definition on that if your circumstance has not been dealt with. This was a decision in the case of TD, paragraph 273 of the immigration rules, a sole responsibility decision, and also the case of Yemen in 2006 upper tribunal as well, where the court held that sole responsibility is a factual matter to be decided upon all the evidence. Ladies and gentlemen, upon all the evidence, Tice Madox Solicitors stand to unravel those evidence, fix it together, and present a formidable, a well-formed, a thorough application filled with evidence that can stand the chance of success. I say, and I direct you on what I have 100% result on. I do not say what I say on this program just for the theory's sake. I can practicalize it, and I will tell you that 110% success rate in Tice Madox Solicitors is not just achieved by mere application. It comes with thorough, detailed representation, thorough, detailed instruction from you, and then gathering together application. Ladies and gentlemen, you must take advantage of this telecast. You must take advantage of it. And that's why I keep telling you, you may not need me now. What you need is the telephone numbers displayed on the screen. Put them on your phone. You may need me in the future. Some of you already have a solicitor, you feel that's fine. Along the line, result comes out, and the court, in the decision, or the Home Office, in the decision, will make catastrophic findings, and you find out that your representative did not actualize and articulate your case well. Then you need me. Ladies and gentlemen, let me take a quick short break, and I'll return back with the explosive explanation and furtherance of sole responsibility. I remain Justice. Don't dare change that dial. I'll be back in a minute.
Tice Madox Solicitors is results-oriented, but with a distinctive approach tailored to our clients' needs in our specialist fields: immigration law, criminal law, employment law, commercial law, family law, and contracts law. Tice Madox Solicitors. Try us. We are professional.
Hello. Welcome back to Law Simplified with Justice. Before I took a short break, I told you about sole responsibility and what you need to do to harness to prove that. And some of you are in this process of doing this. Not only in sole responsibility, you know I am an expert in immigration asylum. So whatever you will hear me talk here are just headings of several areas in immigration. You may not fall into sole responsibility. Yours may be an appeal going on. Yours may be a FLR application. Yours may be a FLRFP application. Yours may be an EEA permanent residence application. Yours may be a SRA resident card application. Yours also may be an application different for naturalization, for settlement, for a child to join you, to register your child as a British citizen. Whatever the application might be, whatever it is, you can count on Tice Madox Solicitors. You can count on me, ladies and gentlemen. I say that with sense of responsibility and with a seal and stamp of assurance that when you come to me, take instruction from you, when I tell you your case has no merit, has no chance of success, believe you me, take it. When I tell you your case has chance of success that can be built upon, developed upon, take me. Check that, ladies and gentlemen. If I tell you your case has that opportunity to succeed along the line, take it from me, because when I advise you, I have taken detailed instructions from you. I will expand your case. I will throw all other options which you may not even have the mindset to believe that it is workable. I will throw that up in our discussion, in my consultation with you. Now, pausing on the consultation. To do all this, that's why you need to come seek proper consultation. You must pay consultation fee. You must. You must pay consultation fee. You're coming to seek expert legal advice from me, and you must make sure you pay for that and that you get the right advice that you require. Do not stand on free things. They do not pay, because at the end of the day, the person that advising you are not being thorough. When you come pay consultation fee, I am obliged, I am bound by the rules of engagement and the rules of practice to ensure that I advise you on point. That's why you cannot miss that consultation. It is the foundation to succeed in your application. It's the foundation to give you information that you probably are not even aware of. That information may change the course of your life and your word, your children, your family, your extended family, and immediate family. Ladies and gentlemen, not only that, you may have cases that we didn't even talk about, but through consultation, you will know that you have a case either piercing through immigration or into employment, criminal, contract, whatever it is. It's through consultation. I would not overemphasize on that. And most of you that call me on the telephone, I will not discuss with you on the telephone if you have not paid consultation fee. As an expert, I have the duty and responsibility and the sense of engagement and with the rules that guides my practice as a solicitor to ensure that things are done properly. Do not just be in a hurry to get a yes or no answer or make an inquiry, just yes or no, and then you run with such half-baked information. I would not pass that information to you, never, until you seek proper legal advice from me and for me to have it tailored in and put into account, factor in your circumstances and be able to give you a foolproof, watertight legal advice. Then you can run and rely on it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am ferocious. I am thorough. I am detailed. When I take instruction from you, when I advise you, when I run with your case in the immigration tribunal, first year upper tribunal, high court, court of appeal, Supreme Court, in your employment matters, from the employment tribunal to the employment appeal tribunal up to the appeal. When I run with your matters in the county court, all the way to county court, appeal it to the high court, when I take your matters in all the areas that you deal with, in the police station matters, in crime matters, from police station to deal with your case, formidable evidence, submit your case properly well, argue for you to the magistrate court, to the crime court, to the court of appeal. Ladies and gentlemen, you can count on Tice Madox Solicitors. You can count on me, Justice Maduforo. Remember, and I said this telecast is to direct you to Tice Madox Solicitors. Back to my discussion today. So, responsibilities. The rule provides that you must meet those rules before your word. Your children can come over to the United Kingdom. The question you want to ask yourself is that, do I meet the rules? I would say that statistically, more than 80% of immigrants live in this country have their children, words, nephew, wherever it is outside of this country. And they wish they come to meet them. They wish they come to join them. More especially, your children. Your children are a very exquisite example, which you need them to join you, because the child developed with the parents living together with the parents. And I know how you feel as a parent. Your child is not with you. You only talk on the telephone, or maybe once in a while you travel to the country where the child resides, and it is not sufficient time to engage. You have to come back to the United Kingdom to stay back at work and carry on. We understand that. Tice Madox understand that. This is why I try to make sure that when you are in this category and this situation, and you want to ensure that you succeed in that application, I will unleash the arsenal of the law, arsenals that make sense, not only in respect to you meeting the rules, that there are circumstances exceptional outside of the rules, not just exceptional outside of the rules, compelling circumstances outside of the rules that can, even if you don't meet the rules for sole responsibility, that you fall into the category and your circumstance, your story will be compelling enough for the Home Office, the Secretary of State, or the Entry Clearance Officer, whatever category that considers the application, will be able to grant that leave, not only within the rules, but outside of the rules. Ladies and gentlemen, I was discussing sole responsibility, and I told you the case laws that have reeled out by the court of tribunals and courts of record in terms of what you need to do to fulfill this requirement. This requirement is stringent. It is very high. It's a high threshold. But remember, I told you, it's on factual based on the evidence. Therefore, the courts in their decisions and magnanimity in their decisions, knowing the flexibility and uncertainty of these circumstances, have left it open that it is based on the factual evidence. That is what you need the solicitor to understand, to how to fill into these gaps, how to fill in this factual evidence to make sure your case succeed. You know that when you come for me to deal with your matter, I will tell you the percentage of success. You don't get that from any other firm. And I trust me, you trust me, you will be able to know the chances is high, low, medium, moderate, non-existent. You will know, because I have the expertise to understand your case. I am always in the field, dealing with matters I discuss with you and discussing with the judges, making my presentation to the judges. And I receive this, and I know the comments of the judges. I know the judges, how they react to matters presented before them. So therefore, it comes to building a formidable application to start from. First stage, consultation. Then when I apply that application, I'm not just applying for it to succeed, I am applying it futuristically, which means that I am anticipating. I am now anticipating the comments from the Entry Clearance Officer, the Home Office. I'm anticipating the comment of the judge. I'm anticipating the mood, the reactions of the judge when this matter comes, if in any event, before the judge for decision in the tribunal. I will deal with all that to ensure that even if the Home Office or the Anti-Clearance Officer who just woke up from the wrong side of the bed decide to refuse that application, he succeed in the tribunal. That is what I stand for. Running and dealing with your matter, running for you, putting myself right into your shoe, ensuring that I succeed for you. Why do you come to a legal representative? Simple, so that they can do what you want to do for yourself. That is what Tice Madox stands for. I will do exactly what you want to do for yourself. What is it that you want to do for yourself? You want to succeed. Tice Madox Solicitors, I will come into your shoe. I will take that matter and metamorphose into you. When I say metamorphose, I'm talking about, in the parentheses, and I'm also talking about in area of metaphoric explanation here, to say that I will fit into your circumstance, see myself in your circumstance, and run with your application to ensure it succeeds. The energy I put into your application, you will show that it is well detailed, well thorough application made. Over the course of a week ago, a client came to me, an application made by some other person, not sole responsibility application now, and a different application made by a former representative on his behalf. And when the application was made, he did not receive the representation which the former representative made and lodged with the Home Office. When that was refused, appeal was lodged. And in the normal, usual disclosure processes and requirement of the tribunal, and under the tribunal requirement and rules, the Home Office filed in the bundle. In the bundle contained this representative, a former representative, representation to the Home Office. Guess what? This client was so amazed at the representation. It was riddled with information he never, mark my word, he never passed on to the legal representative. So what that means is that legal representative himself decided to fill in information that he thinks is necessary, not what came from the client. And that is so bad. You don't do that. You don't do that. Some of you are sitting on that. That is why consultation is essential to take detailed instruction from you. You cannot jump that. You can't. Some of you want to jump it. And even when I try to tell you that it is not necessary, you still want to jump it by asking just yes or no question. We don't do that. I don't do that. A seasoned professional like me cannot do that. We must take proper consultation and proper instruction from you, guiding you all the way. Guiding you all the way. Ladies and gentlemen, guiding you all the way. You must not miss that opportunity. Which is why I say take this telephone number. It may not be this topic that is relevant to you today. It might be criminal, it might be immigration, there might be employment, it might be contract matters, litigation that you're in court, contract, it might be employment against your ex-employers or present employers. It might be that you are facing family issues, divorce and the rest of them. Whatever category it is, take this number. You can pass it to somebody that needs me at the police station. You've just been arrested, your ward, your friend, whoever. Pass this number on. The information you give him will change the course of his life because he gets the right and the best representation and advice that he requires. That is what is essential. That is why it is essential, ladies and gentlemen. It is essential. Sole responsibility is what I'm discussing today. And I'm so passionate about this topic. Why? Because over the course I've dealt with these matters come to me from representative and also former clients who either did it themselves or through somebody else. It's all riddled. And that's why 80%, almost 80% of chances of these applications don't succeed because the ingredients have not been put in before the application was lodged. But when you come to Tice Madox Solicitors, you'll be sure of success knocking on your door when I prepare your application for sole responsibility or any other application whatsoever and apply it. Ladies and gentlemen, you know that I don't have much time to discuss issues on this telecast. It's just a bullet points I push out there. Not the case laws, not the requirement, not the dictums of the court, I don't discuss them here. But I kickstart your consciousness. It's key, it's essential for your success. Ladies and gentlemen, till next time I come your way again, I remain Justice Maduforo. This is Law Simplified with Justice, directing you to Tice Madox Solicitors. Check us on our website, www.ticemadox.com. And also others on Facebook, Tice Madox Solicitors, and also on our YouTube page, Law Simplified TV, and subscribe on us. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I can take at this point. Thank you.
Law Simplified with Justice is anchored by Justice Maduforo. Tice Madox Solicitors is results-oriented, but with a distinctive approach tailored to our clients' needs in our specialist fields: immigration law, criminal law, employment law, commercial law, family law, and contracts law. We are well equipped in our litigation and advocacy for the benefit of our clients, corporates, and individuals. Why not visit us at 5 Oakfield House, Oakfield Road, Ilford, London, IG1 1EF. We are just 15 minutes from Liverpool Street Station. Tice Madox Solicitors. Try us. We are professional.